If you're looking to break into 3D, VFX, or game design, you've likely come across many schools, like Gnomon for example. It is known for its specialized programs and strong connections in the industry, meaning you can get recommended when you graduate, which makes it a go-to school for many aspiring artists. But the question remains, does earning a BFA, a Bachelor in Fine Art from Gnomon or any other school, actually gives you an edge when it comes to employment, especially in the current state of the industry? I thought about this a lot, and the answer isn't as simple as you might hope. While there is no doubt that going to school has its advantages, but it is not a golden ticket to landing a job. To make it easier, let's focus on Gnomon. Its name carries a weight in the industry, and that's no small feat. Based in LA, it's right in the heart of the entertainment industry, which gives it an advantage in connecting students with big studios like Pixar, ILM, and Blizzard. The instructors are often seasoned professionals who bring first-hand knowledge and experience of what it takes to succeed in the field. However, when it comes to getting a job, the truth is that your demo reel matters more than where you went to school. Because in reality, in creative industries like VFX and 3D art, according to many professionals, employers don't usually ask about degrees. They want to see what you can do. And a jaw-dropping reel will always hold more weight than a diploma or degree, no matter where it is from. That being said, schools like Gnomon have structured programs that can help you build that reel. Their courses are designed to walk you through the process of creating professional-level work, from learning the basics to mastering industry-standard software. But you have to put in the effort actually. Just attending Gnomon, for example, won't magically make you a sought-after artist. The real value comes from how much you're willing to push yourself while you're there. One of the biggest strengths of schools like Gnomon is the access it provides to the industry. As one artist said, the strength of Gnomon is the connections you will make and the several years it gives you to hone your craft amongst other people with the same ambitions. The school's location in LA means you're close to a lot of opportunities, and many schools like it can leverage that by bringing in guest speakers, hosting events, and fostering connections between students and studios, which I would say is an amazing opportunity and a great experience as well. And networking is pretty essential in the field, and great art schools make it easier to meet people who can help you down the line. And many talk about how the relationships they built during their time at school played a crucial role in landing their first gigs. And I would say being part of a community where everyone is passionate about the same thing can also be incredibly motivating. That said, networking isn't exclusive to any school in particular. Like Gnomon. If you are proactive, you can make connections through social media, industry events, or maybe even online in forums like ArtStation or LinkedIn. But schools, on the other hand, give you a structured way to network, but it is not the only way to get your foot in the door. And since Gnomon is one of the best schools in the world, let's take a deeper look at it. Gnomon's BFA program covers everything from foundational art skills like anatomy and color theory to advanced 3D techniques using tools like Maya, ZBrush, and Houdini. For someone new to the field, this kind of structured learning can be invaluable. The curriculum is designed to mimic real-world workflows, which can help you transition into a studio environment more smoothly. For example, you will learn how to create assets that are optimized for games or film. And to be honest, this is really important to get, especially from experienced artists who work in the industry. Because, for example, to create a game asset, you will have to know, for example, the poly count of the asset and the topology and how it will interact with the game engine, which is ever changing over the years. For example, how weapons look in first-person shooter, like from 10 years ago, aren't the same as today. And this requires experience to nail it. And this is just a small example. Also, one skill you will learn in school is how to work collaboratively on projects, and also you will learn how to meet tight deadlines. But here's the thing, a lot of this information is available online. Platforms like YouTube, CG Spectrum, and Pluralsight offer some tutorials to cover many of the same topics. That said, I think there is a great value in having an instructor guide you through the process, especially if you're someone who thrives in a structured environment. and feedback from experienced professionals can help you spot weaknesses and improve faster compared to when you learn alone. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, the cost of schools. A BFA from Gnomon isn't cheap. Tuition alone can wrap upwards to $100,000, and that doesn't include the cost of living in LA, which is one of the most expensive cities in the US. For many people, this kind of financial commitment isn't feasible. Even if you are eligible for financial aid or scholarships, you will likely graduate with significant debt, and the question then becomes, is it actually worth it? The answer depends on your goals and circumstances. For example, if you're dead set on working for a top-tier studio and you want the best possible education, I think Gnomon might be worth the investment. But if you are unsure about the career path and can't afford the cost, there are plenty of other ways to build your skills and portfolio. Again, regardless of where you study, your reel will be the most important factor in getting hired. So this is, I think, your chance to show employers what you're actually capable of and what you learned in school. So it needs to be polished and professional. Many schools offer programs that are designed to help you build a strong demo reel, but you won't need to attend Gnomon to achieve that. Actually, with personal projects, freelance work, and even collaborations with other artists can contribute to a killer portfolio. One thing to keep in mind is that your reel should be tailored to the type of work that you want to do. If you're aiming for a job in character modeling, focus on showcasing your character sculpting and texturing skills. And if you are more interested in environments, just highlight your ability to create detailed and optimized assets within beautifully made environments. So does the art degree matter? In creative industries, degrees actually don't carry the same weight as they do in other fields like law or medicine. What matters most is your skill set and your ability to deliver. That said, having a degree can be helpful in some situations, like when applying for work visas or meeting specific HR requirements. But for the most part, employers care more about what you can do rather than what you learned. This is why so many people emphasize the importance of hands-on experience and professional projects. Now, the fact remains that breaking into 3D, and especially the VFX industry, will never be that easy, even with a Gnomon degree. The job market is competitive, and studios are looking for artists who can hit the ground running. This means that even after graduating, you will need to keep learning and improving to stay relevant. It's also worth noting that the industry can be unpredictable, so studios often work on project-to-project basis, which means that job stability isn't always guaranteed. This is something to keep in mind, especially if you're considering a career in VFX or game development. Now, the elephant in the room, with the changes happening in the VFX industry, especially in the last couple of years, is it actually worth going to school in the first place? Because many people are fearful. Some experienced artists actually can't find a job, and some even have part-time jobs, and some others join the freelance market. The problem started, I think, with the writer's strike, which I believe led to many studios delaying their projects and laying off many employees, including thousands of VFX artists. And many of those artists went to the freelance market or started competing in other similar fields. And this made the freelance market even tighter, with new influx of veterans who actually have a solid experience and earth-shattering portfolios. But I believe that for the moment, the biggest concern is AI for many VFX artists, and especially students who haven't even started. And at the core of it, it is not even AI itself that artists are afraid of for the moment, because it is still in its infancy. The real fear is the fear of what it will do in the future, and this is what is really terrifying. I'm gonna stop at this point in this video for the moment, but I will dive deeper into each one of these points in the coming videos. So with that being said, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, please subscribe to this channel to receive more videos like this. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.